Hello students! Well, you've made it to week 2, so I'm glad you all stuck around. This is a very short video going over your My Writing Lab assignments for this week. So I'm just going to bring them up one by one and kind of talk through them with you. The first one is a case study, and it deals with a situation that might actually happen in the workplace. Gina gets a little hot under the collar and lets loose an expletive in a meeting, and now it kind of asks your opinion on what do you think she should do. How should she apologize to her coworkers? What should she do in the future? So this is kind of imagine you were her and what are you going to do to fix this situation? I'd like you to spend some time thinking about your response thoughtfully and then just write a short paragraph answering the questions at the bottom. The next thing is the Chapter 1 post test. You need to make sure that you read the chapter. Read the chapter first, the whole thing, then have the book open as you go through the post test. It shouldn't be hard, but if you think, oh, I don't need to read the book, I can just do it on my own, you might be surprised. These post tests are a little tricky if you haven't read the chapter. Keep in mind that you have to get an 80% or better and you only have 3 tries. The last one for this week is a case study called Lost in Translation. And this is actually apparently kind of a running joke in the business world. Basically what happens is there's a miscommunication. So the point here is it's supposed to be kind of funny. But let's see. They're purchasing microprocessors and they can only accept a specific amount of defective chips. So a month later, she tested some chips, and there weren't any defectives, and she was super excited. But then she opened one of the boxes, and she found a baggie with defective ones in it, and she was really confused. And the reason that these two were confused is she said to the company that we can only have 5 defective chips per 1,000. She didn't mean that she wanted them to send her 5 defective chips. She said that that was the minimum quality standard. So the person on the other end, the person who worked at the Japanese company, said, well, you said you wanted 5 defective chips per 1,000. We weren't really sure what you meant, but there you go. So it's kind of funny, but there is a miscommunication. How can she explain that there was a language or communication error without making anybody feel silly? So how would you phrase your email without embarrassing anybody? But the joke here is that she basically said we can only have this many defective items, and so they sent her that many defective items. So how would you handle the situation? You can choose to maybe explain how you would phrase the email, how would you fix the situation. Take it a step further and do some research about different cultures and how can you be culturally sensitive to another culture when you experience a communication issue. So those are the 3 assignments for week 2. Make sure you have those done at the appropriate time on Friday, and that's it.